This is a test.
This is a test. What do you know about language arts, math, science, and social studies? Find out while playing along with Knowledge for College, where teams from competing UISD schools spin the wheel of knowledge and answer questions from a world of subject categories. It's a mind challenge for students and a chance to win for their school. But most of all, it's a really fun way to learn. Now, let's play Knowledge for College.
Hello and welcome to Knowledge for College, a game show featuring some of United ISD's best and brightest students. My name is Jose Sanchez, and today we have contestants from Nye Elementary School and Troutman Elementary School. Our guest host today is Miss Lorraine Picasso. Yes. You're the Director of Marketing at Chick-fil-A Marketplace on Bob Bullock and Clark, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Ah, outstanding. Well, great. It's good to have you here. And of course, we have the Chick-fil-A cow here as well. Yes, we can't have Chick-fil-A without the cow telling us to eat more chicken, huh? Right. Awesome. Outstanding. Why don't you tell the children a little bit about what it is that you do?
Of course. Good morning, guys. My name is Lorraine Picasso. I'm the Restaurant Marketing Director for Chick-fil-A, one of the Chick-fil-A's here in Laredo. I do most of the marketing for our store. I do the flyers you see at the store, on the doors when you enter the store. I also take out the cow out in the community, out to your schools. We like to go and have some fun out there with the community. And what I do is it's promote our brand. So the cow helps me do most of the job, right? So they do most of our marketing. So that's what we do. We go out there, go to events where they invite us, and we do things like career fairs. We just did the recycling fair. We also do a lot of marketing inside the store. So pretty soon you'll see the Santa cow a lot at the store. So things like that. We like to give back to our community by doing events in store and outside of our store.
That's cool. It's like a communications job, isn't
Yes.
it? Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. All right. Well, that's exciting. It's great to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
Yes. No problem. No problem. It's always a pleasure to have you guys here. The cow too always puts on a good show for us.
Yeah.
Makes the show more exciting. Yeah. Makes my job easier actually. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and meet our contestants. We have from Nye Elementary School. We have Baltasar. How you doing today, Baltasar? Now you like being called Czar, right? Okay, so that's what I'm gonna call you from now on. Okay, Czar. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what you like to do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I like to play outside with my friends or draw.
Okay, you like to play with your friends and draw your artistic, you like creative pursuits. Yeah. Okay, well that's good. That's good. All right, Eileen, how you doing today?
Good.
That's great. And what do you enjoy doing in your spare time?
Either watch TV or listen to music.
Listening to music. Yeah, I like listening to music too. All right, excellent. From Troutman Elementary School, we have Javier. How you doing, Javier?
I'm doing great, thank you.
That's good. And what do you enjoy doing in your spare time?
Right now I've recently started a hobby where I make things out of baking clay and then I bake them. So it's basically pottery. It's art and it's useful.
Yeah, indeed it is. Indeed it is. I used to do a little bit of ceramics when I was a teenager. That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. It really is. All right. Well, that's great. Last but not least, Paola. How you doing today, Paola?
Good.
That's great. And what do you enjoy doing in your spare time?
I like to either play tennis or play with my dog.
Oh, wow. Cool. So you're active. Very active person. That's outstanding. Tennis is a fast game. I can never quite get the hang of it. All right. Well, it's great to have all you guys here. Let's go over the rules, okay? Each team is going to take turns spinning the wheel of knowledge, right? And you're going to get questions from the categories of math, science, language arts, and social studies. Each one of those questions is worth 5 points, all right? And we also have a fifth category, wild turn, the red one there. You see it? That's wild turn. Those questions can come from any subject area, and they're difficult questions. Okay, because they're more difficult, they're worth double the points. So those are worth 10 points. Okay, you have a 1 minute time limit to answer each question. When your minute is up, you're going to hear a bell like that one right there. And when you hear that bell, you got to give me your answer right away because you are out of time. Right. So, of course, each team earns the points by answering the questions correctly. That's kind of a no-brainer, right? All right. But if one team, let's say one team gets a question wrong, the other team will have the chance to answer the question correctly and earn the points for themselves, right? So those are the rules. We had a coin toss earlier to decide who would spin the wheel first, and Troutman Elementary won control. So go ahead and spin the wheel. Let's get started. All right, we're going to start out with the wild turn. We're going to start out with the wild turn category. Okay, thank you. And here you go. For 10 points, this is going to come from your mathematics. Put on those thinking caps, and here we go. Let's begin. Go ahead.
Okay. Mr. Smith bought 13 bags of candies. Each bag had 24 candies. He ate 9 candies and took the rest home for his family. How many candies did Mr. Smith take home? A, 312, B, 46, C, 303, or D, 15?
You can go ahead and repeat the question.
Okay, I'm going to repeat the question for you. Mr. Smith bought 13 bags of candies. Each bag had 24 candies. He ate 9 candies and took the rest home for his family. How many candies did Mr. Smith take home? Is the answer A, 312? Would it be B, 46, C, 303, or D, 15?
We think the answer is C. 303 candies is the amount of candies that Mr. Smith took home.
That is correct.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Fantastic. All right, so that's 10 points for Troutman Elementary School, and it's Nye Elementary School now. Turn to spin the wheel. Go ahead and spin the wheel. Whoops, almost got another wild turn, but no, we're going to go with language arts this time. Okay, and this, of course, is going to be worth 5 points, okay? So go ahead and follow along with Ms. Picasso. Go ahead.
Okay, so our subject is language arts. A sentence that shows emotion or feeling is called A, an imperative sentence, B, a declarative sentence, C, an interrogative sentence, or D, an exclamatory sentence.
You can repeat.
You can answer.
We think it's D.
D, that is correct. An
That's right.
exclamatory sentence.
Yeah, because you're exclaiming something, right? You're exclaiming something. You usually put a little bit of emphasis. You're a little bit more passionate about what you're saying when you're doing an exclamatory sentence, right? Okay, excellent. So that's 5 points for Nye Elementary School. Troutman Elementary, it's your turn. Go ahead and spin the wheel. All right, social studies. Social studies. Okay, and this is worth 5 points. Go ahead and listen very carefully to Ms. Picasso. Go ahead.
Okay, so our subject is social studies, and our question is, these scientists study the artifacts of people who lived long ago and draw conclusions from them. A, archaeologists, B, anthropologists, C, engineer, or D, a research.
We think that the answer is B.
B.
B is incorrect.
It's incorrect.
Sorry about that. Nye Elementary, what's the correct answer?
A.
A, archaeologist, correct.
A is correct. Yes, an archaeologist studies things from a long time ago. Yeah, it involves anthropology. That's very true. But when it's ancient history, ancient cultures, that's usually an archaeologist that does that. Okay, so that's going to be 5 points for Nye Elementary School. Why don't you go ahead and spin the wheel again? No, you want to go the other way. There we go, like that. All right, and it's going to stop at math. Okay, and this is going to be worth 5 points again, and you're going to want to listen very, very carefully to Miss Picasso. Go ahead.
All right, so our category is mathematics. Diane drew a polygon that has exactly 2 right angles. Which of these could be the polygon Diane drew? A, right triangle. B, right trapezoid. C, rectangle. Or D, rhombus. Okay, the question again is, Diane drew a polygon that has exactly 2 right angles. Which of these could be the polygon Diane drew? A, right triangle. B, right trapezoid. C, rectangle. Or D, rhombus.
We think the answer is B, right trapezoid.
That is correct.
That is excellent. Good job. Good job. All right. 5 points for Nye Elementary School. Troutman Elementary School, go ahead and take your turn at the wheel. And now it's science.
Science.
Time for a science question. Okay, here we go. All right, this is going to be worth 5 points. Follow along very carefully. Go ahead.
Okay, so our subject is science. Earth rotates on its axis approximately once every 24 hours, causing the day and night cycle, and A, the moon phases. B, the sun's apparent movement across the sky. C, the 4 seasons. Or D, the orbiting of Earth around the sun. I'll read that question again. Earth rotates on its axis approximately once every 24 hours, causing the day and night cycle. And A, the moon phases. B, the sun's apparent movement across the sky. C, the 4 seasons. Or D, the orbiting of Earth around the sun.
We think it's B.
B, that is correct.
That is correct. That is correct. That's it looks like the sun is moving across the sky, but no, it's just the Earth is rotating and the sun is standing still. Well, sort of, relatively, right? Yeah. It's just one of those things. Okay, so now we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with more knowledge for college. Stay tuned.
At United ISD, you can graduate from high school with your diploma and an associate's degree.
We're not only this year's valedictorian and salutatorian from LBJ High School, but we're college graduates thanks to UISD's partnership with Laredo College.
We're proud to be part of United Early College's first graduating class.
Earning our diploma and an associate's degree has saved us thousands of dollars and given us a head start to fulfilling our dreams. We are united.
Once you post your image online, you can't take it back. Anyone can see it. Remember, think before you post.
At United Independent School District, safety is our #1 priority.
Every UISD school has a security station which controls access through the main entrance.
All campuses have police and security officers on site.
Our command center allows us to monitor security cameras throughout the district.
Our schools are equipped with metal detectors,
as well as drug and bomb sniffing canines.
At UISD, safety is our #1 priority.
Recent statistics show e-cigarette use by high school students has increased by 78%, and the increase in middle school has gone up by 48%.
Some brands of e-cigarettes contain as much nicotine as a pack of cigarettes, making them highly addictive.
It's not only a health risk, but the use of e-cigarettes is strictly prohibited on school property or during school-sponsored activities.
Don't risk your health.
Or your academic future.
Don't vape.
We are back. You are watching Knowledge for College. Today's contestants are from Nye Elementary and Troutman Elementary School. Our guest host today is Miss Lorraine Picasso of Chick-fil-A Marketplace at Bob Bullock and Clark.
Yes,
and she's the marketing director.
Yes, sir.
I believe you had a question you wanted to ask our students.
So I want to tell you a little bit more about myself. I graduated from Martin High School, and then from there I did go to TAMIU. I have my bachelor's degree in business administration with a concentration in marketing. So that's why I'm doing marketing now.
All right, so when we left off, I think it was Nye Elementary's turn. So go ahead and give us a spin on the wheel. Let's go ahead and start our next round. And it's wild turn. We're going to start with a wild turn again. Yep. Thank you. This is worth 10 points. And let's see. This is going to come from the science category. Okay, we've got a lot of people that are here that are interested in science, so this should be a lot of fun. Go ahead.
Okay, so our subject is science, and our question is, Deborah wants to answer the following question. Does salt water freeze at a different temperature than fresh water? She designs an experiment to answer her question. She plans to use a small pan of fresh water and a medium pan of salt water in her experiment. What changes should Deborah make before conducting her experiment? A. She should use only salt water in the experiment. B. She should increase the size of the pan with the salt water. C. She should use the same amount of fresh water and salt water. Or D. She should use 2 pans of fresh water and 1 pan of salt water.
We think it's C.
C? That is correct.
That's correct. Yes, that's right. If she uses a different amount of each one, that's going to kind of like mess up her results. Too many variables. Exactly. Right. Exactly. Very good, Baltasar. Wow. Or Czar, rather. Sorry about that. Yeah. Okay, so now it's Troutman Elementary's turn. Go ahead and spin the wheel. Yes, and it's science. Another science question. Another science one. Thank you. And this is going to be worth 5 points. Go ahead and listen very carefully.
Okay, so in our subject category of science, our question is, which combination, after mixing, retains its original physical properties? A. Food coloring and water. B. Oil and water. C. Salt and water. Or D. Vinegar and baking soda.
We think that the answer is B.
B. Oil and water. That's correct.
Correct. That is correct. That's why you can't mix them together. They both stay the same. Right.
It looks like a lot.
Correct.
That's
That
right.
is
Wow.
correct.
Wow, very, very
Actually
smart.
know the answer to that one because my son just did a science project on density for oil and water.
Oh, wow. Wow, yeah. That's
I would not have remembered that by now.
It's really cool how that happens, though. Okay,
Yeah.
so now it is Nye Elementary's turn. Go ahead and spin the wheel. And another science question. Another science question.
Very popular category.
Very popular category indeed. Yeah, I like science a lot too. So yes, let's go ahead and listen very carefully. Go ahead.
Okay, so the question is, which processes create fossil fuels from ancient creatures trapped in sedimentary layers of the ocean? A. Heating and high pressure. B. Erosion and deposition. C. Freezing and thawing. Or D. Drifting and decomposition.
We think it's A.
A. Heating and high pressure. That is correct.
That is correct. That is correct. All right. So that's 5 points for Nye Elementary School. Troutman Elementary School, go ahead and spin the wheel. Math. Now we're going to go to a math question. Breaking it up from the science category. And let me see. Let me go ahead and separate this. This looks like it's going to involve some geometry, so listen very, very carefully. Go ahead.
Okay. So for our subject category of mathematics, our question is, Eric drew the quadrilateral shown below. Which term best describes this figure? A rhombus, B, a rectangle, C, a parallelogram, or D, a trapezoid?
D.
D, a trapezoid. That is correct.
That is correct indeed. All right. So it's 5 points. 5 points for Troutman. Nye, go ahead and spin the wheel. Wild turn. Wild turn again. Okay. For 10 points. And this is going to come from social studies. It's going to be a lot of fun. Go ahead and give them their question.
Okay, so our category will be social studies. And the question is, what did the Emancipation Proclamation do? A, ended slavery in the entire country. B, freed slaves in the Confederate States. C, freed slaves in the border states. Or D, ended the Civil War.
We think the answer is D.
D?
No.
That is not correct.
That is not correct. Troutman Elementary School, what's the correct answer?
We think the correct answer may be B.
Freed slaves in the Confederate States. That is correct.
That is correct. That is correct. Yes. Yes, because I think at that point only the southern states still had slaves and northern states didn't have them anymore. Okay, all right, so that's going to be 5 points for Troutman, and you get to spin the wheel. Go ahead. And another wild turn question. Back-to-back wild turns. Back-to-back wild turns. Now the wild turn category is popular. Right. Well, it's worth double the points. All right. So here we go. This is going to come from your math category. Go ahead and give them their question.
Okay. So category is mathematics, and our question is: some bakers make apple pies. They have 15 boxes of apples. Each box has 18 apples, and they use 7 apples for each pie. What is the total number of apple pies that the bakers can make? A, 33, B, 38, C, 39, or D, 40? Let me repeat that question for you all. Some bakers make apple pies. They have 15 boxes of apples. Each box has 18 apples, and they use 7 apples for each pie. What is the total number of apple pies that the bakers can make? A, 33, B, 38, C, 39, or D, 40?
This one involves quite a bit of calculation.
Let me repeat that question again. Some bakers make apple pies. They have 15 boxes of apples. Each of those boxes has 18 apples, and they use 7 apples for each pie.
Okay, so we're out of time. What is the answer?
We are not sure, but we think it is B.
38?
We think our assumption is correct, but by the face you've made,
B is not correct.
Yeah, B is not correct. Nye Elementary, what is the correct answer?
There's a lot of multiplication and division involved.
A lot of multiplication and division involved. Okay, so what's the answer? Just take a stab at it.
And take a guess?
Just take a guess.
Okay. A.
A, no, A is incorrect. The correct answer was?
The correct answer was C, 39.
Right. 39, that was 39. 30, yeah, the B was kind of close, wasn't it? Okay, so no score there, Nye Elementary School. It's your turn. Go ahead and spin the wheel. Yes, it's your turn. And it's science again. Gonna finish this up with a science question, and this is worth 5 points. Go ahead and give them their question.
Okay, so in our category for science, we have the question, a mixture of iron filling and chalk dust is placed on a plate. Which of the following could be done to gather the iron fillings? A, pour the mixture into a funnel. B, run the mixture into a pot on the stove. C, filter the mixture through a strainer. Or D, run a magnet over the mixture.
We believe the answer is D, run a magnet over the mixture.
That is correct.
Yep, that's what you do, because all the iron fillings just go right up to the magnet. The chalk will stay down there. All right, we're going to take another short break. You are watching Knowledge for College. Keep it right here.
You belong.
What about this one? They're very cute and they're black.
You evolve.
Preserve.
You achieve.
We are united!
You've been watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning featuring some of our best and brightest students here at United ISD. We would like to thank our contestants from Troutman Elementary School and Nye Elementary School for joining us today. And of course, we want to thank our guest host, Ms. Lorraine Picasso, and the Chick-fil-A cow from Chick-fil-A Marketplace on Bob Bullock and Clark. What did you think of our show today?
I think this is an awesome show. The kids, I believe y'all had a lot of fun. I did. And it's always great to come back here. I was once on this show when I was little, when I was in your position. So it's always a lot of fun coming back. Yeah. And I hope you had a great experience here as well. And when you all become your engineers and doctors and physicians and movie directors, y'all come back and host a show like I did.
Outstanding. All right. And don't forget to watch Knowledge for College and all of our other fine programming on this and other local TV stations, including Public Access. I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsors, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, of course, and CiCi's Pizza. Thanks for supporting our show. We'll see you next time on Knowledge for College. And say goodbye, everybody.